Hello and welcome back. My name is Corey, and you're my rubber ducks for the evening. And this is the series where we are creating a programming language from scratch using just our modernish C++ skills, a terminal window, Vim is our text editor, and a few basic tools like Flex, Bison, Google Test, ICU, and our wits. I don't know of a better way. I've said this before. There's nothing up my sleeves. I don't have anything pre-prepared. This is the point of this series is for you to see the creation of a non-trivial product from scratch, and it means you see all my mistakes and all of those things. But okay, so what are we doing? Well, we have been creating a programming language, and been going through a lot of different steps. And the last thing that we did was, what did we do? We were creating the context for when we execute the program, so that we can compile a program and then perhaps it be executed in different threads, and this context object will hold the parts that are important for one for the execution that execution thread itself, and that we can then return that back to the calling program. So that's what we're working on, and I wanted to look into library functions, but I realized, one of the things that is missing from this, if this is meant to be, the name of the program is called, or the language is called Tang, stands for template Tang, template language. That's the ang of Tang. We don't have any templating. We only have scripting. So we want to add support for our scripting language part of it. And so that's what we're going to do today. We're going to focus on the ability to have a template that we can then go into scripting mode when we need to. And yeah, that's what we're going to focus on. So let's go back to the drawing board here, and we will do our standard make clean and make test, and just get the compile started on the right hand side. I'm only using one core for that, so it takes a while. You could throw as many cores at it as you want, but I'm using this computer for other things at the same time, like recording a video, so I'm only throwing one core at it. And on the left hand side, we're going to do something like, let's say, get log, and this will show us, this is the last commit at the end of episode 68, and then we pushed that, and then we did one more commit after that. And what is in that commit? Let's look at it, shall we? So git show. The very last commit that was done is we updated the to-do list. So I don't want you to think I've done any coding or anything. We just updated the to-do list. And if I say get status, you'll see that I haven't changed anything else since then. So I did that on camera last time. It wasn't part of what I pushed up to GitHub. That's okay. We're going to go from there. So we're going to, let's just start with our test, and we're going to go down to the bottom. And for all of our code samples, let's well, this is actually a good example right here. This will work. The thing is we have Tang, which is our base object for our language, and we call compile script, and we pass in a script. And we want to instead have a function of sorts. So I'm just going up to, there we go. This one will be nice. And oh, nope, that was wrong. Why is my, don't know why that was not working. Just looking for a simple, single line comment. Yank 8. It's like it doesn't like it when we, maybe it's getting to be too big. Compile, and then this is going to be a, what? Sorry, my brain just stopped. This is going to be a template. All right, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to go up a couple pages, and now coming back down there, our syntax highlighting should work. And compile template, and what are we going to say? We will say compile a simple template that contains no script. That's what we're doing. All right, so now we need a function called compile template, and it's going to have, let's do this. Hello world. And we expect the result to be hello world. I think that makes sense. And I'm going to do one other thing. I'm going to say auto context is equal to yeah. So we've got this context, and now it's going to be context.result. Why? Because I also want to expect equal context dot out to be hello world. Yeah. We're going to start here. It's going to complain because it doesn't know what this compile template is. And that's, well, that's what we're going to write next. So we're going to need to include this, and this is in template base, right? Ooh, we haven't been in here in a long time. So Tang base, there we go, not template base, Tang base. Open it anyway. Okay. Compile script. Oops, that's all right. Compile the provided source code as a template. How about text as a template? And I'm going to change that here as well. The provided text. And we will say, nope, template. The template to be, there we go. Template, 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 all over the place template. Okay. And now we want to edit the source for Tang base. Compile script. Let's copy that and have a compile template. We will have a template and template, and that should be fine. And doesn't know what Let's see. Before the word template. What did I mess up on? Oh, of course. Template is a reserved word. Fine. We'll just say code. Well, I did not change its name to compile template, but I should have. All right, so stuff is failing. That's it's the two tests that we've written, and it's because we don't know how to compile this. We're going to do that right now. So, first interesting thing, trying to figure out where all the sound is coming from. I think my work computer didn't go to sleep. So it's being noisy. I'm sorry about that. All right, so yeah, what do we do when we create a program with this code type of template? Let's find out. So if I edit source program.cpp and we pass that code type through, that's fine. We call parse, and we do the scanner. Okay. So first of all, we create a string stream based on the code. We create a scanner feeding in the string stream and the cout. And then we call we create the parser, which that's Bison, using the scanner, the AST, and the error, and then we ask Bison, the parser, to parse, and go from there. Okay, so the problem is we need to make a decision of what type. Nope, we'll put it right here. The scanner mode, depending on the code type. If this arrow code type is equal to program code type, because it's working as is, it's template that is the new one, then we're going to need to do something. There, putting that there. All right. So it's what do we do here? Evidently I don't know how to type, don't know how to spell. All of that fun stuff. I'm looking up a quick syntax thing. All right, I think I'm ready. So the problem is, well, this right here. We need to, what do we need to do? Can we do, it's the scanner. It would be nice if we could do like set mode template, or maybe? Can we do that? I think so. It's going to say it doesn't know what to do with that, but this is in Tang Scanner. So if we now edit our include and Tang Scanner, so this is a wrapper. We can have our helper function to set the scanner to template parsing mode. Okay, and it's not going to return anything. And what did I call it? I called it set mode template. But we're going to do it inline because we don't really have another file that we're compiling. We're just using it. Wait, is that right? Do I have a source for Tang Scanner? No, I don't. Okay, so yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going to do something inline. Okay, I'm going to save this. It's not going to do anything. Well, compile, but that's it. And I want to edit, or I want to look at the build generated Tang Scanner. Is that right? All right, so this is the file that has been generated. And, well, okay, I'm also going to edit our flex file for the Tang scanner. Because what I'm looking for is our modes. Look, we've got a script mode, double quote string, single line comment, multi-line comment. I think we want a template one. Oh, it's because my my caps lock was on, and so when I was hitting J to move down, it was doing a capital J, which is a join, and yeah. Oddly enough, that's how I learned about that shortcut, was because I kept leaving the caps lock on. So what is this template thing? We don't know yet, right? I mean, but it's a mode. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to hit save, and now we want to go back to this. Ooh, is there a way to make it reload this? Okay, so what I'm looking for is now template. There we go. Template is defined as a 2, and that is important. So these states, it generates the names for them and gives them a value. And template is what we need. So in my little helper function, what did we say? 2 is the value that Flex has assigned the template rule type from tpl.l. So I'm in 5. Let's go back to 6. Okay. So this is, so the YY-decal is our, remember that we redeclare what YY-decal is. And then there's all of these things. There's like a YY user init. This is a macro that, again, we could set in our.h file. And then it goes through. And it says if there is not a YY start, then we can set its value. So YY start. Is there? I thought there was a begin macro. Begin. Yeah, begin new state. Begin. That is it. Okay, so we need this part. At least figure that out. We need the that. And it needs to be something like this. Arrow YY start is equal to 2. And I'll just say The formula is taken from the begin macro in build Tang scanner.cpp. .cpp. 2 is, you know, there. I think that works. Now we don't have any rules for what does it mean to have a template. And we're going to have to do that next, right? Got something weird. Flex scanner jammed. That's okay. You say, really? Yeah, it's because we haven't defined any of the rules, so we're okay with this. So before, now we've got to worry about our scanner. And we've got a string buffer. I think we can use the string buffer. And we've got template. And what do we do with template? Let's start off and just say template. And inside of this, we'll have a rule. You know what? EOF. Our EOF rule. What do we do when we see I mean, obviously we're going to have to call YY terminate. But what do we do before then? Let me also say, for right now, let's just say when I see any character, I'm just going to say, nope. And I'm even going to say one or more times, because that should be fine. There. String buffer plus equals YY text, I think. Yeah, and remember the dot will match anything except for the new line. So we need to say a new line will also be string buffer plus equals YY text, which is just a new line, but that's fine. And then when we get to the end of file, we'll call YY terminate, and now we need to tell Bison about this. So we need to return, and let me scroll down to see where something that we return. You know what? Fine. I'll just grab that. And instead of an if, we're going to make sorry, thinking about this. Where's the other EOF? Oh yeah, we just call YY terminate, but we can't call YY terminate because because we will have can we have a Boolean flag? What I'm saying is we need to do both. We need to call make, oh, I should finish that. And then this will make more sense. Make a template string with string buffer. And that. Okay. It's not defined yet, but we're doing it. And now what I want is I want whether or not the EOF has been seen for use when parsing templates. Yeah. And this is going to be a bool, and we'll just call it EOF seen. Uniform initialization, false. There we go. And we will say if not EOF seen, then EOF seen is equal to true, then do that, then do that. Else, oops, YY terminate. That should be fine. Of course, we still don't have this, what do we do with the template string? And well, we'll get there. What if the string buffer is empty? And oh, that should be capitalized, which means I need to fix that. And there's a length there. That should be capitalized. So we're only going to do this if we haven't already seen the EOF and string buffer has something in it. Otherwise, we're just going to call YY terminate, and it's over. All right. That should be fine. Now we have to write this template string thing, and in order to do that, we need to go into Bison. Yeah, it says it doesn't know what a template string is. Well, we're about to tell it what one is. And oh, all of these, sorry. Template string. It's a token, yes. And we can do this. So what happens when we see a template string? Well, from our perspective, a template string should be a string that is trusted by default, trusted, that we print. Yeah. So let's see what a double quoted string does. How about quoted? Oh, string literal. So when we get a string, we make a string with first and second. What about when we get a print? Okay, so I'm going to add our template string here, and it's going to be something like make an AST node print default. And then what am I printing? That's going to be template. Well, I don't know what that is yet, but we're about to figure that out at 1. So what is equal to, okay, so standard make shared string. We're going to pass in $1 AST node string. You know what? For this, let's open our documentation. WSL view, docs, HTML, index. There we go. So AST node string. There we go. And its constructor takes text, that's fine, and a location, or is trusted. Oh, so the default is, okay, that it's trusted. Yes, that's right. That's what I did starting out. Okay, default is that it's trusted. So at 1, there we go. And now we're creating a print. Make sure that our So I can't give it $1 template string has no declared type. That is because I didn't declare the type. So So that's what we need to do up here, like we did here. A string literal. We need to give it a type. Okay, so template string. In fact, I'm just going to move it up here. And of course, I can't use template. In fact, there. There. It's just all one big thing here. Always makes me nervous. It's like, what did I forget? So we got a null. Oh, no, wait. Okay, it's because I wrote my test wrong. What I wrote is I expected, so what should the result be? And this is ultimately a print statement. And the print statement, because it's not having any errors, it should be nothing. And so it's going to be a null pointer. And then I'm expecting this to be equal. Well, the one up here has an exclamation point. Down here it doesn't. Let's just fix those two things now. All tests are passing. So at the moment, all of that work just to say, hey, it passes through the test. It passes through the text. Doesn't do anything else, but it's a starting point. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to say get status on the right-hand side and make sure that you can see. Yeah, you can kind of see what's happening there. And we've added the template string stuff, the template mode. We added a function. Ooh, I've got extra spaces there. How dare we? That's in Tang scanner.hpp. All right. Any others? Nope. Okay. And we are going to say, what is this? Add template mode to Tang. First step. And that Tang base swap file, I think, it gave me maybe something didn't shut down one time, but oh well, it's gonna drive me crazy. You know what? Is it still there? No, it's not. That's weird. All right, we're still going to edit our test, and this should be fine if we just edit the flex. So this is Tang scanner. All right. So what should this look like? Compile a simple template that contains a script. And what will this look like? In my opinion, I like using this angle percent, and then I'm going to say a is equal to 1, semicolon, print a, just the whole point is that it's there, and then percent close. I'll even put a space after it. And it should print out hello one world. That's what it should do. It's not going to at this moment. Yeah. So it printed out everything exactly as you see it, whereas I expected that. So we're not... oh, it even gave me a diff. That's kind of nice. We're not interpreting this as code, and we want it to. So... now we get to start working with flex. And when we find an open percent, can I do it like that instead of the slashes? I think so, actually. Yeah. What do I want to do? First of all, if string buffer length, so if something is in the string buffer, yeah. No, this is fine. This is fine. There, just copy it. But before I do that, I need to switch modes. We've already switched modes before. Where did we do that? So we're coming back to line 115. Oh, right there. YY push state. And what are our states. YY push state script. Yeah, we're just switching to script mode. Now, that's fine. So if string buffer doesn't have any length whatsoever, then there's nothing that needs to be done. It'll just continue on, and it will grab the next, try to match the next thing, and that should be fine. So I think that's what's going to happen. But since we gave this, that should be fine. String buffer. There. Still not going to pass our test. Oh, it didn't do anything though. I expected it to do something at that point. Okay, I'm thinking. The other problem is that when we're in a script mode and we find I'm looking through some of the documentation that I wrote for myself, how I wanted the language to work. Yeah, okay. I think right here we're going to say % less than. And what do we do in this case? Not script. No, it is. And return to template mode. And then we'll say error if we weren't actually in template mode to begin with. Sure. So we'll say this as if, and how do we do that? It's YY start stack PT pointer. If it's less than 1, that means it's 0. We're going to return an error. I think we have to make one. And instead of an if, we'll do we have an unexpected end? Edit bison. We've got a string error. think we're about to. Do I want to say that? How about just that? That should work. Bison didn't give me a problem when I typed that. Okay. Okay, otherwise it's just YY pop state. We've already done that. And yeah, that seems right. Oh, string buffer. Fine. That's 168. First of all, this should be buffer, and this unexpected script end. Just can't type, evidently. Still don't think this is going to solve my problem. Yeah, so this is not going into, so why? Because this should be everything. Okay, here's why. Remember, so I'm going to tell you why, even though I was stumped just a moment ago. The rules for flex, it will match the longest string that it can, because I've got this here. In fact, watch, if I do a dot, okay, so it ended at hello space and then whatever. It died after that. So what's the problem? Well, by saying plus, and I'll just resave it and let it compile. Excuse me. Get a drink of water really quick. Flavored water. It started matching at the H. And then it matched the E, and then the L, then the L, then the O, then the space, and then the lesson. It says I'm able to match all of this stuff, so I'm just going to keep on matching all the way to the end of the string. Because we said dot plus. And so we need to have instead of a dot plus, what's a good way of us doing this? How about anything that is not the less than one or more times? And then we can say what do we do when we get to a less than %. Now we're still going to miss something here. So I'm just going to, in fact, that should match the new line as well. So, and because of the way I wrote that, yeah. Look at this. The warning here for the scanner is that, scroll back up. It's scrolled off the screen. There we go. Warning -S option given. That means don't match the default rule. But the default rule can be matched. Why? Because we don't, in our rule over here, we say, well, if it's not the less than sign more than once, then apply this. Or one or more times, then apply this. We said, and if it's the less than followed by a %, then do this. But what if it's just a less than by itself? Well, Flex knows that that's a possibility, but I have not told it what to do. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to say, what if it's just a less than? Then we'll say string buffer plus equals YY text. A less than by itself. Oh, yeah. The problem is if I say, okay, the reason I have to put it in quotes is because if I have this by itself, like that, it thinks I'm starting to give it some sort of information, such as an end of file, or I could say, you know what, I only want this to apply when I'm in the script mode instead of initial or script. And yeah, that's how you do that. So that should work. And notice Flex over here is no longer giving us the error. So we've accounted for all possibilities. And we're still dying there. We don't know why, but we're still dying after hello. So the question is, why? So going back to the test, the result is still a null pointer. I'm going to cout p1.dump. I just want to see what's there. I really need to get the AST. Let's look and see how I did that, because I don't remember. So P1 is a program object, so there we go. P1, I have a get AST, and that will return a shared pointer to AST node, and from AST node I can call dump. Okay. Yeah, we only got hello, peek that, print. Okay. Where do I want to go on this? P1 get AST arrow dump. That should work. Oh, that's right. I had to double dereference it. So it just has a print default string hello, and it's not going on. Why is it not going on? So I'm in the template mode. When I get to this, I'm just doing a search on YY push state to see if there's any other problems. Oh! No, I'm calling YY push state first. And then I'm optionally returning it. That should be correct. And I'm pushing script. So then script should be doing something. See, this is how I know I don't have to return something every time. I haven't been. Sometimes I just push a state and go on. So what should it be doing? So after I get to hello %, then it will be a new line. Okay, so fine, I'll do it the hard way. I take care of the new line here. There's going to be a lot of those, so I've only got one where I use the %, and I know I'm scrolling up slowly. But right here, I'm going to say cout about to switch to script. And then, where would I change back? The %. Let's see if we see the end of script mode tag anywhere. About to switch to script, and so we did get that, but we never got the end of script. You know what? I wonder if this needs to be in quotes. Still not getting there. Okay. And I never got the what I wrote at the bottom, so wherever the next cout is, the here. Just removing all those heres. Just because they're not telling me a lot. I know that I'm getting to the about. So I've pushed the state of script. And I know that YY push state works doesn't it? Script is the name. I mean, I would think I would get an error, but that's what I'm doing. Why would I push state, multi-line comment, double quote string, double quote string. Oh, I know that make template string is working because we are switching. I'm like, it's not falling through. Did I mess up something in Bison? Oh, I've got this listed with the expressions. This should not be in the expressions. This should be a statement. So where do we put the statements? Aren't they in our closed statements? I think so. Yep, looky there. About to switch. We got to the end of the script, blah, blah, blah. We've got our print hello, an assignment of a is equal to 1, and then a print of that, and then string world, and it evidently printed out the right stuff. Yes. So that is what it was. I had put the template string as an expression, and it is a standalone statement. So let's remove these couts, shall we? Are there any others? Nope, don't think so. And there we go. Just let this finish building. Well, maybe you can sneak it in there. There we go. All right. Let's do one more. Multiple script sections. And it's going to be fish, and we're going to say A is equal to the pipe character print A and percent print A. Make sure it sticks around. Percent close world. No, not world. Chips. Fish and chips. And there should be a pipe in between each one. And we can see that, yes, it is indeed. Well, there it is. Fish, pipe, and pipe chips. Liking this. Fish, pipe, and pipe chips. All right, we'll do, keep saying, just one more. Okay, and this is going to be verify strings. So now what is this going to be? This is an H1 percent print exclamation point. That means untrusted, right? Open H1, close. Sure. Do that. I'm expecting the first H1 and the closing H1 to not be escaped, and the inner one to be escaped. Yes. That is exactly what I expected it to be. H1, and then the closing H1 was not escaped. However, the ampersand LT semicolon, H1, ampersand GT semicolon, and that's the idea of having a template, having something untrusted, maybe something from the user, and interspersing the two. I like that. So, where does this put us time-wise? I'm looking, a little over an hour. All right. Let's start cleaning things up then, shall we? Unexpected. Oh, no. Is that the case? Is that the right thing? Versus flex. Not HTML escape, Tang scanner. What I'm worried about, and I just want to double check that I'm right, is this unexpected script end. Oh yeah, I got it, and let's run a test for that. all of those were testing the compile script. So let's just that was weird. Error. Not actually compiling a template. And this will be compile script, and we can actually say a is equal to 1 semicolon. That's fine, but now I've got a %close. Of course, but we shouldn't even compile it. We should have a p1.result. Oh. Get result. How about that? Yes, I like that. In case you're wondering, what just happened is syntax error, unexpected, and this is the percent for the end of template, unexpected end of template or whatever. I just wrote it down as a %close because that's what the error message would represent. In fact, wait. Oh, I guess I don't have it open well here. There. Unexpected script end, and I gave it just a %close because the error message now is unexpected %close. Expecting end of code. Sure. Yes, very happy. Okay. Now let's do this. We got our unexpected script in, our template string that is moved up into, it is its own statement now, not mistakenly put amongst the expressions. And we're taking into account all the possibilities here of either seeing an open a less than %, or anything other than a less than, or just a less than by itself. And then when we see the %close, we make sure that we can actually exit out of it, and we've seen that we can exit out of it. What else? Oh, and our tests. That is very good. properly interpret embedded scripts. Sure. All right, so if we look at the include Tang, I think it's Tang base. Don't know why somebody else has that open. Do I have it open? Do I have another window open? No, I don't. So evidently I had it open and something, I probably closed X out of the program instead of closing, whatever. To do, that's what I'm looking for. Where's my to do? I guess it's the main Tang. Yes, it is. Templates. Yes, we've got that, but we don't have the short tags. So you know what? I think I'm going to, what are short tags? It's going to be a nice way of printing a variable without having, you'll see. You'll see. Printing an expression. How about that? Yeah. Okay. So, last but not least, update our documentation. And in the process, what episode number are we on? Episode 69. I tried to type and my recording software was in focus and it paused the recording. I hope it hasn't been paused long. Episode 69. Push all of that up. There we go. All right. We're inching up there. 9760 in code and 3250 in comments. All right. All right. And we didn't have a lot of lines of code today, but we added, in my opinion, a lot of functionality. Happy about that. I'm very happy. And we just finished episode 69. That means the next episode is number 70. And I've had people asking me, how many episodes are you going to do? And I think it was around number 40. I said, I think there's going to be around 80 episodes. We might be on track for that. Maybe 85. Watch. Somebody's going to watch this in the future and there's 120 of them. Oh my. I hope not. Or at least not in this initial stretch. So just by way of context, I'm recording an episode a day, like clockwork. And that means sometimes it's late. It's past midnight for me right now, for example. And just uploading it because you got to get it done somehow. And if I'm not doing it, then, I mean, it's not going to get done, obviously. So you have to, just say, okay, I'm going to do this, period. One night after another. And, yeah, if I were saying I'm going to do about one a week, it'd be a year later. And as it is, it's 2 months later. but we've gotten a lot done. And like I said, I'm really happy with the progress. And you know what? I don't know if anyone's ever going to watch these. If you are hearing me speak these words, you may be the only person who ever hears it. I don't care. I'm hoping it's beneficial to you in some way. Seeing the process, I don't care if it's even seeing my mistakes and just yelling at the screen saying, "You idiot! How did you not see that?" Um, in the end, it's the entire project that my goal is to capture. Yeah, but I do think that that's probably enough for me to ramble on about tonight. Thank you for joining me. Have a great night. Bye.